Officials taking one last look over the lineup, making sure everybody's in their proper starting position. Field will roll into turns 1 and 2, and from side by side, they begin to break rank, and they take it 4 wide. Ladies and gentlemen, our drivers, thank you and salute to you for coming out to enjoy tonight's racing action at Ocala Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to light up them cell phones and rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise for the Ruts and Guts thrill ride of the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Field back in their side-by-side formation. Chase Stockin from the pole. NXTbets.com/play USAC odds put him at 10,001. $100 bet would land you $10,101. So we'll see if somebody scores big here tonight. Toyota Racing Development pace truck down into the infield. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around the Ocala Speedway, because race fans, here during Winter Dirt Games, this is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green. Field off and running. They're going to make it onto the back straightaway. It will be the Avante windows and doors of Brady 6 of Dason Pursley jumping out to the early advantage. He'll come around to lead lap number 1. Stockin going to ride in second. Brady Bacon running in third. Kyle Cummins in fourth. Justin Grant, that's your top 5 here in the opening lap. Grant looking for the position on the back straightaway. The 3P gets her up into the fluff a little bit. Grant able to take advantage, and he rolls by for the 4th spot. He will look for third on Brady Bacon. Bacon able to finish him off for the time being. In the Concord American flagpole, Dyson Racing number 20 as they work it onto the back straightaway. Dason Pursley in the meantime opening up his advantage here in the CB Industries. PristineAuction.com number 86. Stockin still running in the 2nd spot. Then it's going to be Bacon, then Grant, then Cummins, your top 5. Mitchell Moles running in 6th. Jake Swanson in 7th. Kobe Simpson, Robert Ballou, and Tom Harris is your top 10. Grant, the first one to kind of break off at the top of the turns 1 and 2. He's about a half a car width lower. Ooh, problems here in the front straightaway. Breaks Danner hard into the wall. Caution lights come on. Just catching the tail end as Danner came around and slapped the concrete. Crew down in Studio 56 checking to see if we have a replay of what exactly happened to Danner, as they are calling for the hook. So again, a look at the FloRacing replay. It's like cars getting crossed up around him. And Danner kind of getting caught in the middle of it. We'll see if he can run it back one more time. They'll slow the frame rate down. And looks like him. And looks like him and Mark Smith made some contact off of turn number 4. So unfortunate in for the driver of the number 39. A 5th and a 4th to start off his Winter Dirt Games. Now going to have to head down to the Indy Metal finishing work area to see if maybe he can salvage the night here. So the bad news is the work area. The good news, he does have 60 seconds once he gets there. See if the crew can make repairs. Dason Pursley, in the meantime, has jumped out to the lead. He's got silver, he's got bronze. He's looking to add gold to the collection here during Winter Dirt Games competition. His 7th feature start here at Ocala. In 3rd night here at the egg-shaped oval, he finished 4th for his best career finish here in Winter Dirt Games competition. 2 career victories and 9 Honest Abe Roofing Quick qualifiers for the driver of the number 86. Chase Stockin lining up in 2nd, Brady Bacon in 3rd, Justin Grant lining up in 4th. Of course, Bacon a 5-time winner, Grant a 7-time winner here at Ocala. Kyle Cummins going to line up in 5th. Winter night number 1 of the season down at Volusia. Mitchell Moles lining up in 6th. Jake Swanson in 7th. Kobe Simpson in 8th. Robert Ballou in 9th. Tom Harris is your top 10. Logan Seavey running in 11th. Hayden Reinbold in 12th. CJ Leary in 13th. Mark Smith in 14th. Kevin Thomas Jr. in 15th. Danner had been running in 16th. That'll be Ricky Lewis now. Setzer in 17th. Drake in 18th. Rogers in 19th. And Harley Burns should round out your top 20. And getting word from the Indy Metal finishing work area, the torque tube has been ripped loose from the number 39, so unfortunately his night going to come to a close. So with confirmation, the caution lights will go dark. 4 laps in, 26 remain. Dason Pursley trying to score win number 1 for CB Industries in USAC National Sprint Car Competition. Brings it around single file past the NOS Energy start can. And we go back to speed here at Ocala. Justin Grant trying to look low on Brady Bacon there on the restart. No dice though as they work onto the back straightaway. Pursley going to pick up right where he left off and see if he can run away. Grant down to the inside. Pulled up next to Bacon for a moment. Not able to sizzle on by here as they work off into turns 1 and 2. Still right there on the back bumper of the number 20. You've got the 3P of Kyle Cummins lurking in the shadows as well. Waiting for a driver to mess up here and see if he can pounce as they work around to the front straightaway. They remain unchanged. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You've also got Mitchell Moles right there. Cummins going to take a peek to the inside on Justin Grant. Battle for the 4th spot. Denied the position off at turn number 2. Now Grant going to come up on Brady Bacon once again. Bacon continues to hold on to it. Grant running in 4th. Cummins running in 5th. Mitchell Mole's going to run in 6th, and it's going to be Swanson in 7th. Ballou, Simpson, and Harris still your top 10. Looking back to the side-by-side battle behind Robert Ballou. That'll be the battle for the 9th and 10th spot. Kobe Simpson holds on to it. Tom Harris still running at your top 10, and then it's going to be Logan Seavey, Hayden Reinbold, CJ Leary, Mark Smith, and Kevin Thomas Jr., your top 15. Leaders off of 2, the back of the field into turn number 3. So traffic might become a reality here in just a couple of laps. Chase Stockin coming around his fastest lap of the race so far, 14:378. As we're 10 in with 20 to go. And traffic approaching quickly for your leaders. Next time, they might be right on the back bumper, and the first driver in danger going a lap down is Carson Garrett. He rides at the back of the field. We got one way over the cushion at the back of the pack. That was Gunnar Setzer. He brings it back under control, though. As here we go. The Battle of Wits is on at the front of the field. Looking for the race lead. Here comes Stockin. Trying to work to the inside of Pursley. Pursley trying to work by the slower car. So far, not able to. Garrett stays on the lead lap. The 86 is there. Now going to slip up, and the 92 is going to race on by. Problems for Brady Bacon in the 20. Brady Bacon slowing over in turns 1 and 2. That will negate the pass for the lead. Caution. A third, a ninth, and now a caution for Brady Bacon. Last year, Ocala so unkind to the Macho Man, and it will strike again here tonight as he was battling up in third. Into traffic, Stockin able to pounce. Unfortunately, not able to make it around to lock it in, so he will fall back to second, and Pursley will retain the lead. It is the leader plus one to constitute a completed lap. Fully completed lap on the initial start and a restart. So Brady going to get the push back into the Indian Metal finishing work area. We'll see if we can get a report on what is going on with the Chris Dyson Racing Concord American flagpole entry. See the crew going to work. It's like they will pull the hood up and see what is going on with the 20 machine. As we get a look at the FloRacing replays, he worked in the middle of turns 1 and 2. It's like somebody just reached up and hit the switch, the car losing power. So the clock is ticking with work area time for Brady Bacon. So Justin Grant can advance up into the third spot now. Kyle Cummins into fourth. Mitchell Moles going to move into the top 5. Dason Pursley holds on to the lead with Stockin in second. Swanson going to restart in 6th. Ballou in 7th. Simpson in 8th. Harris in 9th. And Logan Seavey in the top 10. Looks like repairs completed on Bacon. They're going to back him up the hill and back out to the racing surface. Getting word from the Indian Metal finishing work area, swapping out the ignition box on the number 20. Field back to green. Clean racetrack and a good advantage for your leader. Pursley going to try and take back off and hide. Stockin in second. Justin Grant coming after him now. The NOS Energy number 4. Next time the cross flags will be displayed. 15 in, 15 to go. As Dason Pursley setting a torrid pace here from the restart. Stockin still holds on to second. And we got one slow in the back straightaway. That's Ricky Lewis. And problems for Ricky Lewis, the Coyote Candle Company number 74B, slowing on the back straightaway. And for a moment, thought maybe he had lost steering. The car started veering down the racetrack. He was just trying to make it down to the infield. Unfortunately, didn't realize he had the field coming up on him as everybody kind of scrambled there for a second. So the 74 out of gear, rolling up into the metal finishing work area. Popular stop tonight for drivers. So getting confirmation, Ricky Lewis bypassing the Indy Metal finishing work area and headed back to the trailer. Unfortunately, his night coming to a close. Does anybody have anything for Dason Pursley? With clean racetrack ahead. See if Stocking can do anything here on the restart. 15 in, 15 to go. Back to green. Justin Grant going to pursue the bottom line through turns 1 and 2, trying to get a run on second. Not able to get there as they work into turns 3 and 4. It will be Pursley coming around to lead once again. Justin Grant nearly side by side with Moose Racing entry that time at the exit of the fourth turn. Still rides it back into third. Kyle Cummins running in fourth. Mitchell Moles, your top 5. Jake Swanson, Robert Ballou, Kobe Simpson, Tom Harris, Logan Seavey. That's your top 10. They bring it off at turn number 4. Ballou coming after the 5 here. He'll try to work to the inside of Swanson for the 6th spot. Swanson so far able to fend him off as your top 7 drivers have broken away for the rest of the running order. Ballou setting her up and diving her down at the exit turn number 4 as we look back up front. And no, look at the back, the 21, and Kobe Simpson, something just went awry on his car. He is slow on the outside of turns 1 and 2 right as the battle was on. At the front, flat left rear tire in the 92. Stocking will make the right-hand turn into the Indy Metal finishing work area. Grant was able to race by, and now we know why. So the Moose Racing entry going to come to a stop. The crew going to frantically try to get that left rear swapped out. So 2 times advancing, 2 times by attrition. Brings Justin Grant to the runner-up position. Dason Pursley, starting the outside of the front row, leads. Looking for his 3rd career victory. The USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Justin Grant looking for win number 55. So the crew are able to get the left rear swapped down on the number 92, but what a heartbreak for Chase Stocking. With a shot at victory taken from his grasp via flat left rear tire. We'll see how it plays out here as we go back to green with Grant restarting in 2nd. Dason Pursley brings the field onto the back straightaway. Justin Grant going to try to set up and look low at the exit of turn number 4. Pursley able to fend him off for the time being. Grant again around the bottom, going to pull up next and go after the race lead. Side by side into turns 3 and 4. Pursley going to haul it off about 20 foot deeper, but can he hold on to it? The car got a little tight on him. He brings it back underneath him and he holds on to it. Dason Pursley holds on to the race lead, fighting that race car at both ends of the racetrack. Justin Grant right there on his back bumper. You got Kyle Cummins watching it all go down in front of him as they work through turns 3 and 4. Grant sails her in on the bottom, and Pursley still going to have the advantage. Dason Pursley holds on to the race lead. He kind of takes the line a little bit lower that time into turns 1 and 2, trying to block the charge with the NOS Energy drink number 4. Looking for Winter Dirt Games win number 8 on his career. Pursley looking for career win number 3 with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Both drivers going to start to peel away from the rest of the running order. Kyle Cummins running in that third spot. Mitchell Moles running in fourth. Jake Swanson, in the meantime, running out your top five. As they'll come around this time, 7 laps remain. Grant not letting Pursley out of his sight. Robert Ballou trying to crack the top 5 of the back straightaway. Going to set sights on the 5T as they work into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers working low on the Speedway. Swanson able to hold on to the position as your leaders are coming up on traffic. That's what cost the 86 the first time. Stockton was able to make his way by. The caution saved him. Now we'll see what he can do with Grant on his back bumper. There it is. Dason with a misstep off of turn number 2. Roll out of the throttle. Grant's going to take advantage. 3 wide into traffic. Dason Pursley slides a slower car up across the racetrack, and here comes Cummins to take over. Kyle Cummins takes over the second spot. Dason Pursley quickly shuffle back to third as we got a pair of them hooked together on the back straightaway. They'll come to a stop, but the caution light's going to come on. One misstep in traffic, and that's all it took. Justin Grant takes over in the NOS Energy number 4. Dason Pursley going to restart in third. Kyle Cummins was able to race his way by. Pursley dove low into 3, swung wide at turn number 4. Cummins there to capitalize on it. Brady Bacon and Mark Smith getting together in the back straightaway. They have been freed from one another. So Mark Smith able to roll away in the Mach 1 chassis entry. See if he refires or takes it on into the Indy Metal finishing work area. And waiting to see if Bacon will able to be able to refire, in the Concord American flagpole number 20. So it'll be 4 to go. Justin Grant, 6 to first. Kyle Cummins up 1 so far in this one. Dason Pursley led the way, sitting back in third. Chunks of Hoosier tires sitting down in the infield, the hook on the back of the 20, and getting word the right rear coming apart on that car. So Grant, Cummins, then Pursley, then Moles, then Swanson. Swanson's had plenty of pressure from Robert Ballou. He'll restart in the 6th position. Tom Harris in 7th, Logan Seavey in 8th, C.J. Leary in 9th, Hayden Reinbold going to be your top 10. Kevin Thomas Jr. in 11th, Kel Drake in 12th, Jaden Rogers in 13th, Mark Smith was running in 14th, Bacon was 15th. That will be Stockton and Burns now. So indeed, a destroyed right rear on Bacon's number 20. Caution lights have gone dark. 4 laps to settle it. Grant leads the way past the NOS Energy start cam. Battle for the 3rd spot here in the restart. AME Electrical number 19 trying to take the spot away. The CB Industries number 86 going to hold on to it. They come around this time to 3 to go. Justin Grant out front, starting to pull away from Kyle Cummins. Pursley holds on to 3rd. Moles holds on to 4. Jake Swanson still your top 5. White flag coming this time when they roll up at turn number 4. Quickly building a half a straightaway advantage. He'll roll onto the back straightaway for the final time. The NOS Energy Maxim Kistler powered Top Motorsports number 4 for the 8th time. Going to report to victory lane in Winter Dirt Games competition. Justin Grant wins at Ocala. Kyle Cummins crossing in second, Dason Pursley in third, Mitchell Moles in fourth, Jake Swanson in fifth, Robert Ballou in sixth, Tom Harris in seventh, Logan Seavey, CJ Leary, and Cale Drake unofficially your top 10. There you have it, night number 1 here at Ocala with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship, and for the 8th time, he's going to victory lane. The driver of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink, MPV Express, Top Industries, Indy Custom Stone, Kistler Max, and number 4 race fans. Give him a hand. Justin Grant, your race winner. Career victory number 55. As he will roll it down into victory lane. Last year, he won here 3 times. To bring it to 7 tonight, he brings it to 8 here at Ocala. A 4th place finish to start the season, a 6th place finish last night, and now victory. As he'll start the march, he went to victory lane 9 times last year with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship. The celebratory NOS has been handed, and he will climb up top, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Justin Grant, your winner in 4. So off the top of his number 4 machine, he will work on getting the safety gear stowed away. And he will collect the hardware. Eight times the winner in Winter Dirt Games. They've all come here right at Ocala. Might as well have a mailbox out front that says right here is where you'll find Justin Grant. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll come around and get a word with Drake York.
Thank you so much, Brian. Justin Grant gets the win here on night number 3 of Winter Dirt Games 2025. We'll get Justin decorated and get a word with your winner.
Take your time now. Let's do it right.
Justin Grant wants to make sure this is done right. 55th career win for JG, continues to cement himself among the best in AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Championship history. And obviously, Jeff Walker and yourself, amazing combination, obviously. And seemingly the Top Motorsports number 4 got better as the race went on. What exactly on the 4 got better as the race wore on to allow you to get to the front?
Well, I can't tell you all that, but what I can tell you is that, yeah, Jeff Walker's been an amazing asset to my career. And more than that, he's a great friend of mine, and always believes in me. And just like Kevin Birchmeyer, who owns Top Motorsports, he believes in me 100% all the time. And even when I don't, he's pumping me up. And I've been fortunate to win a lot of USAC races now, and I've done the majority of them with Kevin in this Top Motorsports number 4, and he's given me a great opportunity here and continues to give it to me, and I cannot thank him enough. I can't thank NOS Energy Drink enough, MPV Express, Indy Custom Stone, ProSource. Everybody that helps out AMSOIL, everybody that helps out on this NOS Energy Drink number 4. We've got Jeff here. Nick works his tail off for us. Jerry, Kevin, guys have been working hard, and like always, I put them through the ringer during the day and at the racetrack, and they keep digging for me, and I'm just super grateful to all our partners, all the people in my corner, my wife at home taking care of the kids and making sure the house is still standing, and can't wait to get home and see them, and just having a heck of a lot of fun winning races, and especially with this group of people and these partners.
The track obviously bad fast tonight, and it looked a little tricky to pass. You started 6th and you got to the front, albeit towards the end of the race, but still, how important was maneuverability on this racetrack to go forward?
Really important. You know, I was most worried about Kyle, honestly, in the 3P, and I was able to get him put away really early. He kind of got bottled up in some traffic there, and I was able to kind of pounce and pocket him, and I felt like that was really what won us the race there. I was thinking that, you know, if I could get Kyle put away, I could go to work on the other guys and drive by them if things work to our favor. And as the track slicked up, we got a little better, and yeah, and some of the, you know, in lap traffic, just having a little bit of knowledge of Ocala Speedway paid off a lot too. You know, I've got a lot of laps around here and been coming here a lot of years, and there's some things you can get away with in lap traffic, and I was able to use some of that. So sometimes you know, I'm getting to be an old guy, and it pays off once in a while.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to laugh when Justin Grant calls himself old, but nonetheless, 55th career AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car win, his 8th year at Ocala. That extends the current record. Kyle Cummins, second on your podium for the second night in a row. So far, really good winter dirt games for you. You haven't been off the podium yet, and you and I talked about this when you won at Volusia. You were, I think it's safe to say, wildly inconsistent to start the year last year. Now you show up to Florida, arguably one of the most important times of the year, and you rattle off 3 podiums in a row. What work has went into the last year or so with Jerry Petty and the whole Petty Performance Racing crew to get this car more and more consistent for you every single night to where you can have runs like this?
Yeah, I say it all the time. My crew, you know, they've busted their butts from mid-season last year. They've never took a break, and they built some real nice race cars, and you know, it's just consistent. We come with the same stuff every night, and we don't change very much. And I felt like we really missed the setup right there, and I got so tight I couldn't even hold my head up the last 10 laps. And when traffic, I felt like I was as good as Justin. If he couldn't momentum, I could get right there. And I was hoping once it got to traffic, it'd get a little interesting. But in open track, I was just too tight, and I actually had to stay away from the ruts and just kind of go through the slime to keep myself loosened up a little bit. But you know, it's just something to learn. Normally, you come here and you're tightening up all night long. And you know, tonight we probably should have went the other way and freed her up just a little bit. But you know, it's pretty good. Second place here. You know, Justin's got this place figured out pretty well, and I think we're pretty close. So for me to feel like the car wasn't great, and to be at least close enough to him to, you know, if he made a mistake or got into traffic, I'd be all right. So you know, I feel pretty good. But just got to thank Jerry Petty with Avante Windows and Doors, Premier Recycling, Bill Floyd with Lucas Oil of Evansville. We're running these motors hard, and so good oil, you know, keeps these things lasting. And Stanton Racing Engines for building some good reliable horsepower. And but there's just a ton of other people. Midwest Lawn and Landscape, I forgot him the last 2 nights. You know, Josh, thanks a lot for all the help. And, you know, it's just a ton of people. Petty Performance Racing, all my crew guys, my wife, everybody. You know, it's pretty good. We got 3 more nights to tune on it, and I think we'll be up here a couple of times for the end of the week.
Kyle Cummins continues his strong performance down here in the Sunshine State. He's been on the podium every night, along with this guy, Dason Pursley, but I know third's not what you showed up here for, especially after that race, being the dominant car all race long. Feel-wise, what changed behind the wheel of your race car that kind of didn't allow you to get into victory lane tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you're just out there just ripping laps, and you feel good, and you're a little bit nervous to move around. Then once we get to traffic, I just felt like I got just a little bit too tight when I had to run other people's pace. So, yeah, just unfortunately, I hate, you know, losing from the front row like that, but you know, nonetheless, this CB Industries, Avante Windows and Doors, pristine oxygen, Austin Energy Drink, you know, car is good. And once again here tonight, it just it looks a little bit worse because we actually lost from the front row here tonight. But nonetheless, everyone's working really hard, and I'll just clean up a little bit of driving things on my end, and maybe we can compete with Justin and Kyle here later in the week.
Dason Pursley, like Kyle Cummins, has been bad, fast, and on the podium every night here during winter dirt games. He rounds out the podium in third. Jaden Rogers, your hard charger, 24th to 13th on a racetrack that was really, really technical and really hard to pass. There's no question about that. What was the key to getting to the front, or I should say to where you ended up towards the end of the race?
Yeah, I mean, we were just really bad the last 2 nights. So the first night we were all right, and we tried to make it better the second night, and we just did the wrong thing. So Davey and my dad and and James have been working really hard to get me comfortable and to make this Mighty Kind 66 really good. So just start at the back, try to do the best we can, pick up spots, and I feel like we kind of got behind the 8-ball qualifying. The first half of the guys got a really slimy racetrack, and then the second half of the guys, the racetrack got faster, and it was just automatic for them to qualify better. So we'll come back again tomorrow and start all over, and hopefully we get to start a little bit farther forward.
An honest review of his performance tonight. That's Jaden Rogers once again, 24th to 13, secures him hard charger on the evening. Dason Persley rounds out your podium in third. Kyle Cummins second. And your winner for the 8th time in his career at Ocala Speedway, JG Justin Grant.
Thank you very much, Drake. A quick rundown of your feature finish here tonight. Again, Justin Grant picking up the win. Kyle Cummins in second. Dason Persley in third. Mitchell Moles crossing in fourth. Jake Swanson in fifth. Robert Ballou in sixth. Seventh to Tom Harris, his best career finish in USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Competition. That will also net him the Inferno Armor Fire Move of the night. Logan Seavey coming up to finish 8th, C.J. Leary in 9th, and Cale Drake was your top 10. Hayden Reinbold in 11th, 12th was Chase Stockin, 13th was Jaden Rogers, 14th was Harley Burns, 15th went to Gunnar Setzer. Matt Goodnight crossing in 16th, Nick Harrison 17th, Kevin Thomas Jr. in 18th, Kobe Simpson in 19th, and Mark Smith was your top 20. Brady Bacon, Carson Garrett, Ricky Lewis, and Briggs Danner unofficially rounding out your field. So Victory Lane pictures will wrap up. And, of course, looking ahead on the schedule, well, same bat time, same bat channel. We are back here all the way through Saturday. The month of March, we'll head back, rebuild, and be back after it in the month of April. Of course, you can see the entire lineup of events for every series of the United States Auto Club, and you go online to usacracing.com. Bubba's Crown Vics coming up next for their feature event. So they'll bring him out and stage him on the back straightaway. Lineup set to look like this. Eric Garcia Sr. from right here in town. He's going to be on the pole. Tyler Landis at Atlantic City, Florida, the K29. Going to line up next to him. Harold Erickson at Citra, Florida, going to line up in third from fourth. Jonathan Applesby, he's from here in Ocala in the 69A. Justin Pittman, the 13B, going to line up in fifth from sixth. Johnny Allen at North Fort Myer, Florida in the 51. Eric Sharon at Floral City, Florida. Going to line up in the inside of row number 4. Next to him, James Warden at Rowell, Florida in the 57. Gary Holloman Jr. at Spring Hill in the 17. He'll line up in 9th from 10th. It's going to be George Amon. He's at Lake City in the 42. Travis Yoder. He's from here in Ocala, the 23. Going to line up from the 11th starting spot from 12. Justin Mayer in the 9. Nico Garano at Davenport, Florida, the 10G from 13th. From 14th, Gary Holloman Sr. out of Fort McCoy. And Billy Marlin looking to swim up through the field. He's from right here in Ocala in the 14. So 14 of Marlin will be a scratch, and Amon I'm going to go in and drop to the tail. So the caution lights will come on. The field will begin to roll. Caution lights, dark field set to go to green. The Crown Vic's going to come to life off of turn number 420. Times around the Ocala Speedway. Garcia led him into 1, but Landis going to lead him onto the back straightaway. In fact, the 7 going to lose another spot here as they work into turns 3 and 4. Just like we saw in his heat race, the 69 quickly up to challenge. As we've got a little bit of a snafu over in turns 3 and 4. They'll get it sorted out. And we'll stay green. The K29 of Landis so far able to hold off the charge of the 69 of Applesby. We'll see if the Ocala driver can get a run this time off of turn number 4. Just like the heat race, he's able to get right over the back bumper. He's able to kind of take down to the bottom, take a look, just is not able to get the run. As now he's got a threat to the outside from the 51 of Johnny Allen. Takes it up the racetrack, blocks the charge. Throwing them hips out there and blocking the lane. So working at turns 3 and 4. As we've got one pointed the wrong direction over turn number 2. He's going to get it pointed back and corrected. Hey, we're going to go ahead and stay green here. The 42, man, he was on the binders. He avoided contact. But that's going to bring the leaders now dangerously close to lap traffic. So we're going to see how this plays out as they're going to roll the high side, look for second. Can he grab it away? He does. He's going to get a little contact to that left rear quarter panel. They do some rubbing, and while the 4E, he's doing some racing. Harold Erickson, he's going to charge the outside, and now they go demo derby through turn number 2. The 4 nearly up onto the wall, and the 51 is able to hold on to that second spot. And oh my, they're going to have to go under caution here. Finally got one coming to a stop. This is the 4E of Harold Erickson. So we got one escaping down to the infield. The 4, the starter, magically working again as the caution lights came on. He's got a flat right front tire. So being told there is time in the work area. Tonight, anyway. It is 2 laps. And it begins now. So the crew working frantically, try to get that right front swapped out. Again, they got 2 laps. Coming around. Take 1 lap away. The K29 from the outside of the front row, Landis leading. The 51 started 6. Johnny Allen runs in that second spot. Took him a lap to get it done, and out he rolls. We'll see if he can charge to the back of the field. Rolling behind the 9 of Mare. Yeah, we got one slowing and coming to a stop here. Looks like the Ocala towing entry just might need to make that phone call to get towed. Yeah, right as the tow truck got there, he finally gets her refired. So the world's wildest exhaust leak going to make its way to the back of the field. Caution lights are dark. We're going to send him back after it again. 4 in the books. Well, we thought he was going to go to the back of the field. Instead, he made that right-hand turn back into the pit area. So we're going to get back after it again. 4 in the books. So that K29 Landis, he had kind of stretched it out a little bit, but he's about to have company. You ever had the IRS knock on your door? It's kind of like that. You don't want to answer it, and you don't want to acknowledge their existence, but they're going to work through turns 3 and 4. He's going to switch lines, look to the bottom. The K29 so far is able to keep that momentum up. So Landis holds on to the race lead. Johnny Allen going to charge her up top here as they work onto the back straightaway. Drag races on. Advantage will be to the 51. You can tell which one belonged to the police department and which one belonged to the cab company. That 51 with the grip up top. Going to come around and he will lead the way. K29 and Tyler Landis back to second. The 69. Applesby still right there in third. Top three. Nice evenly spaced to the back straightaway and on their own. Battle for the 4th spot. The 57. Is James Warden going to lose the spot. The 7. Eric Garcia, he had started on the pole. Kind of a lousy start. He fell back in a hurry, but now looks like he may have found where he hid the NOS switch on that thing. Starting to kind of pick his way forward. He takes it back up to the 4th spot here. The 57 of Warden back to 5th. The 09, Eric Sharon, the driver to Floral City, Florida. Giving chase right now is up front. It continues to be the 51. Johnny Allen, the North Fort Myers driver. Calculated move on his part. He kind of looked high. He tried low through 3 and 4, was able to keep that momentum up, and finally stuck her up to the cushion and buried her deep and was able to race by for the lead as we'll take one down into the infield. That is the 10. I believe that's Garano, the Davenport, Florida driver. Unfortunately, his night going to come to a close. So leader's about to come up on slower traffic. Well, as I say that slower car is going to go ahead and dive on into the infield. He's going to pretend he won this thing. He's going to go ahead and bring it to a stop in victory lane. Says y'all can take pictures later. Problems for the 69. He had been running that 3rd spot, but now he is rolling slow. The good thing, he's still rolling. We'll see if he can make the turn up into the pit area. He does. Thank you very much. Well, they're picking up some speed here. Those top 2 drivers. They're whipping her. We'll see how fast they're really going here. We're going to get the official stopwatch out. K29 is right back on him. Remember, he had lost a little bit of ground now. Got a little bit of a groove worked in here. See if Johnny Allen can fend off the charge. Oh, he just swung her wide. He's going to open the door. Question is, can he close it up? They got a lap car there, so now we're going to see if he can use him as a pick. He does. Bends the K29 to where he can't quite get the run to the inside there. He's going to get just a little bit of an advantage. Gets a couple of car lengths back as they work into turns at 3 and 4. 6 laps remain this time, and they are blazing. 21.87 seconds on your leader that time around. Boy, he lost the ground, but he's making it up here. No lap cars around to spoil the run. He's just got to make the move when it counts. He's going to try to look to the inside, drifts her up into the back bumper of your leader. Pretty consistent times, 21.85, 21.87 on your leader. Now they're side by side, looking to the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Still not able to get there in time. We've got less than 5 to go. They just saw a fistful showing last time by. At 51, he's got that preferred groove, but man, that K29, he is starting to really have some fun here. Fastest lap so far by your race leader, 21.65 seconds. And on the left rear, he rides Tyler Landis. He's been right there. He's not knocking on the door. He's rapping on the door. Now it's going to swing open for him. They're side by side to the front straightaway. He holds on to the race lead. Man, Johnny Allen giving the head gaskets all they can handle on that number 51. Trying to build that momentum up. Looks like he might dime in the corners. We've got one around on the exit to number 2. Can he get it rolling? He does. 2 to go, and the battle is still on. This just brought slower traffic into view, though. And they're side by side, a good 3-car battle right in front of your leaders. They're going to come around to the wave of the white flag. Oh, that car's pushing all kinds up the racetrack. Here comes the K29 back to the inside. He'll lead with 1 to go. Tyler Landis takes over at the white flag. He is sawing on that wheel to the back straightaway with the 51's. Got the momentum to the outside. They make a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul, though, as they work into turns 3 and 4. He'll try to set the line up. He's going to look high and try to diamond it down and block the charge. Can he do it? He does. Uses the lap car to the outside as a pick, and Johnny Allen gets the win. Well, if Justin Grant can go 6th to 1st, so can Johnny Allen. Race fans, a driver to North Fort Myer, Florida, gets the job done. Give him a hand. Well, he is going to climb up out of that car. Race fans, let him hear it. Johnny Allen getting the job done. He's got Bubba down there with a checkered flag. We're going to send Drake York over there to get a word with tonight's winner.
Thank you so much, Brian. Johnny Allen definitely had to earn that one here tonight at Ocala Speedway, and always nice when Bubba comes down to congratulate you. Take me through the run to the end of that one. I mean, the whole race was madness start to finish, but how were you able to hold on at the very end?
I don't know. I just knew the top was better down there, so I was just screwing up here. When he got under me, I just knew if I had a top, I'd be all right. And he's my buddy. He drives me clean, so it's a good race. Lap cars were a little scary, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a good race.
I'll second that. It was a good race all around here in the Crown Vics tonight. To wrap up tonight's racing program at the Ocala Speedway, we'll send it back upstairs to Brian Holbert.
Thank you very much, Drake. That'll wrap things up here tonight at Ocala. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Again, 5:45, cars set to hit the track. Of course, if you can't be here in person, you can see it all live on FloRacing. On behalf of everybody with the United States Auto Club, Ocala Speedway, and the whole crew down in Studio 56, my name is Brian Holbert saying good night, good luck, and God bless.